The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. So, The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard is starring Samuel Jackson, who plays Darius Kincaid, Ryan Reynolds, who plays Michael Bryce, and Salma Hayek, I believe is how you pronounce it. She plays Sonia Kincaid, Darius Kincaid's wife. The main antagonist of this movie is Antonio Banderas, who plays Aristal Papadopoulos. Horrible name for that character, in my personal opinion. This movie was directed by Patrick Hughes. Now, I'm not very familiar with Patrick Hughes. Patrick Hughes is actually the director for the first Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard. I'm going to say this. The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard was extremely funny. I feel like Samuel Jackson, Ryan Reynolds, and Salma Hayek, I think the three of them work really well together. I really enjoyed the comedy that they brought to the movie. Now, if I'm being honest, I thought the action was not that great. It just could have been a lot better. The plot was the worst part of the movie. In my opinion, it was very far-fetched. It didn't make a whole lot of sense that they were involved in it. I wasn't wowed by the background of the villain, the antagonist. His motives were kind of unclear to me. The plot was horrible. So whoever produced it, I believe, or written the script, like the plot, whoever did that did a horrible job. But it's a little tricky because The Hitman's Bodyguard, the prequel to this sequel, was great in all three of those aspects. The comedy was amazing, the action was really good, and the plot made a whole lot more sense than this one. It was a lot more believable than the second one. Ryan Reynolds kills it every time. I think when he first started off, in certain movies, it'd be like, he was okay. And then other movies, it was like, hey, that guy's gonna be somebody. I think he's definitely found his stride, how to shine. Samuel Jackson, he's a legend in the game. Same thing with Salma Hayek. I think she's definitely paid her dues and showed her stardom. In my personal opinion, I don't think it has anything to do with the three of it being not that great. I think that's just more so on the producers and the director. More so the director, because I did look up Patrick Hughes movies, and aside from The Hitman's Bodyguard, the first prequel to the sequel, he's made shit movies. It looks like he is responsible for a few, if not all, of the Expendable movies, which, again, is doo-doo. And a lot of the other stuff he's made I've never even heard of, and it just looks bad. So I think maybe if anything, he did a great job on the first one, but the second one, so maybe if they choose to continue the franchise, which I think they should, because I think they have something special in that trio there of Samuel Jackson, Ryan Reynolds, and Salma Hayek. So I think they should definitely continue the franchise, but I do believe they should bring on new writers or producers and definitely a new director, in my personal opinion. I guess ultimately people would probably want to know what I would rate this movie. I would rate this movie, The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard, 5 out of 10 because the comedy. The comedy was really good. I can't stress that enough. Even though the action and the plot is pretty bad, the comedy is really good. It definitely makes you laugh. It makes you smile. And that's why it's getting a 5. In regards to, hey, should I go out and buy this movie? It's newly released, whether it's DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K, it's going to be at its highest price. In my personal opinion, it's not a bad idea to watch it. Maybe go get it from the red box so you can say, hey, I saw it. Spend $2 on watching it and I would just wait for the price to go down. If you're a movie collector, and whether you have to buy it in DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K, wait for the price to go down. Once, I would say for DVD, once it's like $5 or below, knock yourself out. For Blu-ray, once it's $7, and for 4K, maybe once it's like $13-14, knock yourself out, so you can add it to your collection. But unfortunately for me, I kind of took a risk. I thought since the first one was so good, there's no way the second one couldn't be good, and I just went ahead and bought it brand new on 4K/Blu-ray combination that it came with. And I spent about $25 for it, and I feel like an idiot. I am a DVD collector, so I definitely wanted to add it to the prequel, but I definitely wish I had not spent that much on it. That is my review for The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard.